Good evening, parents. We, the students of class 7th and 8th, are here to recite two poems for you. The first one is called The Cookie Thief by Valerie Cox. The Cookie Thief is an inspirational story offered as an insightful poem which reflects a brilliant life lesson on why we should not make assumptions too quickly. Everything is a projection, and if we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Valerie Cox. A woman was waiting at an airport one night with several long hours before her flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shops, bought a bag of cookies and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book but happened to see that the man sitting beside her, as bold as could be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag in between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. So, she munched the cookies and watched the clock as the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock. She was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking, if I wasn't so nice, I would blacken his eye. With each cookie she took, he took one too. When only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half as he ate the other. She snatched it from him and thought, ooh, brother, this guy has some nerve and he's also rude. Why? He didn't even show any gratitude. She had never known when she had been so galled and sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at the thieving ingrate. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat. Then she sought her book, which was almost complete. As she reached in her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was a bag of cookies in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned in despair. The others were his, and he tried to share. Too late to apologize, she realized with grief that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief.
How many times in our lives have we absolutely known that something was a certain way, only to discover later that what we believed to be true was not?
The second poem that we'll be reciting today is Old Father William by Lewis Carroll. This poem summarizes that age is just a number. The theme of this poem is the generation gap between an experienced person and an arrogant son. Thank you, and we hope you like the poem.
William by Lewis Carroll. You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet, you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it would injure the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, I do it again and again. You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat. Yet, you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason of that? In my youth, said the sage, as he shook his grey locks, I kept all my limbs very supple. By the use of this ointment, 1 shilling the box. Allow me to sell you a couple. You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than sweat. Yet, you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it? and argued each case with my wife. And the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life. You are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eyes were as steady as ever. Yet, you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever? I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs.